Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're well. We're in the Philippines today. Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course. And Nina Okoy International, I think it is, here in Manila. We're back in the TFDi MD-11 for the first time since its launch. It's had a couple of updates as well. And we're going to try and remember how to fly this. We had a couple of issues on the Amsterdam trip off to Keflavik in this, where we accidentally triggered the auto thrust on the taxiway, but hoping to avoid that today. I've wound the time back a little bit so it's not a nighttime flight, and we're hoping, if I've got this right, we will have a bit of a nice sunset arrival into our destination of Kai Tak today. So we're going for the ultimate challenge in an aeroplane that's got a very fast approach speed, so we'll be, fingers crossed, strapping in, pulling those seat belts around our shoulders nice and tight for the arrival, hoping we can pull it off. We're expecting IGS 13 with around a 5-knot tailwind and around a 9-knot crosswind right to left on the arrival, so it's going to be quite tricky. Nina Aquino International Airport, there we go. Welcome to Badger. It's got the meta on the live chat for you folks. Zato as well, our local Filipino with his short commute today. 15 minutes away from the airport in real life. Love it. Rab, good evening, buddy. Ian as well, you too. Dwar, good to see you, and everyone else, wherever you are in the world. Here we go. Got a couple of vintage MD-11s, and here we are on stand 1-3 today. Working hard at the drone camera controls. I'm looking forward to today. It's going to be quite interesting. If you're in the UK, stay safe this evening. This sounds like it's going to be a bit chaotic, but if you're in the cities, stay safe, stay alert, and stay out of trouble as well, no doubt. Don't get involved. We're in the passenger version with our Osprey Airways vintage aircraft, painted by Zato, as you can see. And here on stand 1-4, in fact, not 12. Is that us? No. Oh no! We start off like we mean to go on. That's us. Right, it's good to know which aeroplane's mine. Oh my god. Wowzers. Right, there we go. We'll just smooth over that and pretend, pretend like it never happened. Right, okay, there we go. My goodness. This bodes well, doesn't it? Here we go. So we're looking pretty good. Boarding all the punters. And we'll work through the seatbelt sign and everything else off as well. So I think so. Ian, just some riots. Thugs across all spectrums of society, it seems, if you count Birmingham and alongside all the other stuff that's been going on around the country. It's all a bit of a mess. But hopefully some heavy prison sentences will solve that in due course. Trying to sort out. I'm trying something different today with the music. So I'm just fiddling around with it to work out if this is actually going to work or not today. I've downloaded a whole load of stuff. A whole load of music into a playlist so that I can maybe try and rely less upon my Spotify subscription, which is obviously now £12 a month. So it's gone up fairly substantially. So I'm seeing if I can maybe get around not needing Spotify anymore, because naturally I pay for Epidemic Sound, which is our music provider on the channel for things like our videos that we do and also the live stream playlists that we play. So I'm trying to work out if what I've actually done is half decent, or if it's going to work or not. I'm not sure. I thought having put it all in a playlist and me just double clicking it, Windows Media Player, would just kind of work through the playlist, but maybe that's not the case. Okay, so we've already got quite far into the pre-flight preparations. So you can see there we've got a block time of 2:04, airtime of 1:36, and an initial cruise of 36,000 feet, and cruise of 380 though actually. It's interesting. What is our cruise? Cost index of 80. Yeah, and we filed for 380. Oh well. Who knows? And we're off to Kai Tak. There's no charts, so when we look at Navigraph and a few other things, they don't have the charts available to us. So for that reason, I'm going to... Where is it? Microsoft Edge. Bosh. There we go. So we've got these charts which we've downloaded for today for Kai Tak. And that's the arrival that we're going to be expecting. The IGS-13 with that kind of ILS style approach. There's a visual step down. There's a few other things for us to use as well, but we won't be using them necessarily. Standard departure, SID. There's no arrival charts from what I can see. Oh, there we go. Standard arrival charts. And I can't draw on it because they've actually locked it recently. But effectively, we're going to come in from... trying to think now. No Man? Where's No Man? There it is, on the right-hand side of the chart. We're going to work in 313 degrees up towards the Chung Chau VOR, and then we should, in theory, touch wood, kind of work through all of that kind of thing. So we'll work through that arrival. Your music library doesn't contain any music. Yes, it does. That's a bit better. Shuffle and play. Windows Media Player is not the one. Spotify makes it look so simple, doesn't it? Right, so that's all good. French Toast says, has anybody experienced Microsoft Flight Simulator being stuck on the loading screen after the loading bar finishes? No, I haven't, to be fair. If it's still there after 5 minutes, I would hold F4, try load it again. Commentator, welcome, matey. Good to see you. Payloads there, we've got 19% load, gross weight of 193 tonnes, fuel 24.3 tonnes, and a payload of 29 tonnes roughly. And if we give our takeoff weight a run there with our performance calculations, although I need to change the runway there. There's our takeoff performance for the day. So 134 for V1, rotate 139, V2 154, flex of 59 degrees, flaps 21.9 for the dialer flap, which is about there. I've already got that set up, as you can see. Anyone remember if I need to set the V2 plus 10 speed in here, or if we do just leave it as it is? I can't remember, which is J-Rus, why I've not done an MD-11 checklist yet, because I cannot for the life of me properly remember this. I've flown it a couple of times. I've done it, I mean, I've even done a tutorial, because I went through a week of just smashing it, flying it, working through it all, and then all of a sudden I've been in the 727 and I've been in the 777 and various other things since. So I genuinely feel like in a week I've actually forgotten a lot of how to fly this. Split Notion, welcome. So there's no send to MCDU button there, is there? No. But you can see here we've already kind of done all this for the flight plan. We've imported our block fuels, and with that we can go to the flight plan page. It is really tough to keep up with so many aircraft, isn't it? Like you're saying there, Jay. And then the departure then, runway 24, and we were expecting the cap. Is it down? Yes, cap 2 Papa departure, which is that one. And we'll insert that like so. So there it is on the nav display. Have a guess, French Toast. It's literally in the description, mate. The live stream title. Why is it just playing the same bits of music? I was so confident I had some absolute whopper of a playlist going on. It's got a massive playlist in the play queue. Cookie Taste, welcome! And another month rolls by, he says. A Shadowbox as well, good to see you, mate. Thankfully, because we've got the arrival data and things like that from Navigraph, we've got Kinetac fed into here as a kind of nav data kind of thing. So we'll get a bit closer towards Noman and we'll throw that in that based on whatever weather's going on in Hong Kong in itself. Ashton, welcome, mate. So we've got climb there. Max climb 221, econ climb Mac decimal 82 and 310 there, predicted to 9, transition at 11. Climb forecasts. What do we got? Climb forecasts, let's see. Altitude, we'll do flight level 100, or I think it's actually 10,000 feet, but we'll see what it gives us. Flight level 100, 257. At 13. We got 150 as well, so we're going to go flight level 150/260 at 10 knots. So this is just to give the VNav a whole load of data for us. We've got flight level 200. It's going to help calculate our climb performance effectively. 263 at 15. 310. In fact, we'll do 350. Skip 310. 109 at 24, like so. And climb. Ooh, what's the temp?
Traffic looking 659 landed 24, will copy the room required.
Right, is it going to play the same music again? Let's find out. Yes. We'll work through it. I'll give it another few minutes before I bin Media Player and go back to Spotify. It doesn't usually do that weird stuff. But I've got the playlist repeat on, but I've just deactivated that thinking it's maybe it's repeating the same music and I'm completely misunderstanding how Windows Media Player works because I've not used it since I was in secondary school. Oh no. Right, where are we? It's so chaotic today. Oh no. Right. What is the temperature? There we go. I put the metal in the chat. 30 degrees. I think it's plus, isn't it? 30, unless that's in the other bit. Oh, there we go. Plus 30. So that's all good. Performance page, take off the approach. So the flex. Crikey, that's loud. 59 degrees. Backs on. Flaps 21.9. And then V1. What have we got here? 134, 139. 134, 139. I've been a little bit distracted moments before. My missus works at a rather highly regarded veterinary centre, and she's distracted me somewhat because we've had a. They've had a little puppy surrendered to them that was going to be put to sleep by another veterinary centre if nobody kind of took over. Or took it from them, so I've ended up slightly distracted with maybe considering whether we give it a home or not. Okay, that's the format one, isn't it? So that one is plus 30. No, it's 30C. There we go. Slope is 0.95. Is that minus? No, it's 0.5. And then the wind is, what is it? Oh, well, that's spicy, isn't it? 260 at 11, gusting 22. Whoa. I feel a little lost today, out of range. Because obviously we were in the 727 yesterday, which is a little simpler. Oh, you know what? I won't bother with that bit then. Thrust limits. What have we got here? It's just suggesting flex. And we'll leave climb 1 on as well, just to get us whipping up into the sky. So that's good. Performance page is complete there. We've done the thrust limits and the climb forecast. We'll do the descent forecast later on, and we've got the departure in there as well. Is it just the headwind component? Ah. So 10. So when I say we've gone, maybe it's just 10 plus 10. 0.5/10. Let's try that. Wow. Yeah, you go from various aeroplanes all the time, and you end up really kind of struggling. There we go. Whoop whoop. Julian, welcome. Willie Canuck, good to see you. Flight model is yeah, my thoughts on it. So apparently they've solved the twitchy, the twitchy kind of rotation, which was, you know, the second you did like a tiny bit back, it was almost like you've gone boink. So apparently they've sorted that, and we'll see what happens really. Automated, good to see you, mates, as well. I hope you're well. We are on live weather, yes. We haven't done live time, however. And we're going to do, what are we here? 1040, so we're going to go... No, this is not an Airbus. Yeah, we're jumping it all over different aeroplanes, and it's giving my brain a bit of a challenge. I'll just leave it at 1500. I can't be bothered about the 40 feet there for now. Where are we? 1317. Crikey. Beacon has been on the entire time. GSX. Pushback and departure. That's all set. We've got all that good. Fuel used resets. Where are we with our pre-flight checks? APU and everything's already on as well, folks.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Air panel. Manual, econ and trim air all off. Anti-skid switch. Where was that? That's down here somewhere, I think. Or is it up there? I put out passenger load number there as well. Something a bit different. Where is the anti-skid? Actually, there it is. Anti-skid is on. Auto brake is set to TO. Throttles, we've checked the travel.
Manila traffic 65.
And the auto warning there, the oral warning. One of our pre-flight checks and things. And then back as well. Throttle 1 forward, you get spoilers or brakes. And 2 and 3. You're getting various warnings there, but that's fine.
5-5.
Nose right, tail left. I'll just set that for now, but I'll just finish this. Flaps are and slaps are up. Spoil handles not. Takeoff warning checks. On a flat sec takeoff. Engine start buttons pressed in. Fuel switches are off. Radar panels, weather radar. We've done that. Transponder. Aileron trims 0. Alright, so that's our pre-flight checks done. No smoking signs are on. Fire warnings, everything checked. EVAC switches armed. AFS control panel checked, lights out. Cabin pressure panel is on automatic over there. We've done all of our instruments, bugs and everything. The one thing we've not done is set our initial runway heading of 243 degrees, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Release parking brake. Release parking brake.
Guys, a really difficult scroll. It's like it doesn't actually want to
Manila
rotate.
traffic, Philippines
That's something they need to
411,
fix.
will
I'm even holding the
runway
shift thing,
Manila traffic.
scrolling the wheel.
Release
It's
parking
almost
brake.
like the shifting doesn't do anything. 243.
Release parking brake.
Pause the music for now. Okay, normal procedures. So that's all good. Downforce green. Brakes pressure, slats, flats up, retracted breakout bar. We've done that. Throttles closed, reversers down. Takeoff warning checked.
Release parking brake.
And right, so seatbelt sign status page. We've just checked that. And are we cleared to push? I don't know what that's doing. That's the drone camera thing being a bit weird again. Beacon lights on. We've got a couple of Osprey over there by the looks of it.
Release parking brakes.
Alright, let's push back, folks. Look at this. It's such a mega aeroplane. It looks great in our Osprey vintage livery, doesn't it? Right.
Release parking brakes.
Are we on the frequency? 1228, yes. We're on 12, aren't we? Manila traffic, Osprey 165 heavy, stand 12, QNH 1009, a push starts, facing east. Part brakes released. Just double check the beacon. By the way, just as a heads up folks, this is going to have a adverse effect on my New Sky score. That's a really annoying place for that. Auxiliary hydraulic pumps are on. Beacon nav lights are both on. Engine ignition is on A. And engine 3 start switch.
Manila traffic, magandang gabi. Osprey 6184 at stand 14. Crossing back, facing
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
south.
Okay, engine 3 start. Pull.
Manila traffic, Cebu.
Fuel lever at M2, minimum 15.
Via November 2, Delta, and holding point Foxtrot 5. Manila traffic.
What are we missing? Pumps, pumps, pumps. Hydraulic auxiliary pumps are on. Fuel panel has been set. No, the APU's on. Where's the APU bleed? Am I being really stupid? Yeah, APU power. Ah! My goodness. I swore I did that in my pre-flight. Great spot, Zato.
Set parking brakes.
Too many aeroplanes. It's really frazzling my brain, really. Right. I'm glad you guys are flying along with me as first officers. 315, fuel control lever to run. Let's go. All pressure to rise. Engine 3. And there's the temperature. Engine's ignited within 25 seconds. %N2. Start valve should close. There we go. Checked after stabilised start. Generator on, hydraulic panel checked. The generator 3 is there. That's just gone online actually there as we've looked up. Perfect.
Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, engine 1. Perhaps just wait till you're my age, Luke. It was weird because the APU had been on since I'd spawned in, and that was with the state that said ready to start. It's not ready to start if the APU bleed is off. So I just assumed because the APU was on, I'd missed that one little bit there, which is yeah, peculiar, right? Engine 1, fuel control lever to run. Whee! Get the FMCs ready there. That's just gone off. Gen 1's just gone online. Well, it's more so because I forgot, Willie, I forgot to change the default state. Whoops. Engine 2 start. N2, fuel's off there, look. Ready to start. Minimum 50. Your control lever to run. I've just managed to set up some custom views for this today as well, because the only time we've flown the MD-11 was the cargo variant, wasn't it? We haven't flown anything else, so this is the first time taking the passenger one out for a spin. Lovely job. We'll wait for that to stabilise then. After start checks, engine ice as required, not really needed. We'll just wait for that engine to stabilise before we turn the APU off, because that's next. Stab trim we'll need to set to 5.3 in a moment as well. Okay, 1, 2 and 3 all stable, that looks good. APU air off. And APU stop. Flaps set. Let's dial a flap 21.9. Config page, which is there. We need to select that, and that's going to give us our configuration. So we need to set our stab trim, which is meant to be 5.3. Come on, that's not that sensitive, surely. There we go. So that's good. And we can do our control surface check. So fully right on the stick, fully left, all the way back, fully forwards. We'll see if we get my tweaky yoke now. No, it actually looks alright. We'll go rudders, left and green, back to neutral, right and green, back to neutral. .9 is basically just 22, isn't it? So I thought I've set 21.9, but it's set 22. I'm not going to fiddle with that any further. So flap set config page is done. Flight controls are checked. Stab trim is now set on the config page. That's good. We're happy with that.
Manila traffic W377, airborne passing 3,000 feet, and now we
Brakes
are
off.
directing to Ipata and climbing to level 330. Manila traffic.
Taxi lights on. Little dab of the brakes. Again, one thing I don't like about this is this view as well. It's really close. I've zoomed out and set that. Yeah, dial a flap like the MD-88 really.
Taxiing to runway 24 via Golf Charlie, crossing 31, holding at Hotel 1.
Manila traffic, Osprey 165 heavies from spot 1 taxiing to hold point 24 Hotel 1 via Golf Lima, crossing 31 and Mike, I think. Well, I've really bucketed that up. We'll just pop down here. Overhead looks good.
More traffic,
Very narrow taxiways.
pushing back to 38.
Super close up. Very easy to cut the corner. Luca, welcome. Lightspeed says you make that mistake off the time. The more you fly these aeroplanes, the better you get at it. To be fair, it's one of those things, isn't it? And all these different flows. This is the thing with flight simulation. We've got all these different flows to bear in mind and think about all the time, and it can make it a bit tricky at times, can't it? There goes our fellow Osprey. Good luck. I think I've got to press that once, don't I?
55 at Terminal 3, flight plan road to Mactan. We'll be using runway 24 for departure
pressed it
via
once.
Patru Papa.
The second one is going to arm auto thrust,
start.
so I can't press it again. No worries, Willie Connect Memos, mate. See you next soon. Trying to remember my takeoff flow in this now as well. I feel so lost in these new aeroplanes sometimes, but it's all part of the fun of learning and the challenge of flight sim, isn't it? So GCP check, verify PFD FMA and correct runway is set on the nav display. Yeah, that's done. Anti-ice wing off engine as required. It's not required. Stack trim screen band on config. We've set it on 5.3.
Facing east, runway 24. And traffic.
Spoilers arms. Brakes RTO. Auxiliary pump there has switched itself off because we followed the correct flow for the startup. If you miss the flow or you kind of speed through the flow too quickly, what you'll actually find is the auxiliary hydraulic pump will stay on and you'll have to manually turn that off. So flaps, slats, we've gone for 22 now. A little bit of brakes just to slow down our roll here on the taxi, pretty quick.
Osprey 2.2 heavy, stand full, push
E8.
facing south, QNH1009.
The takeoff, which is soon. Probably 21 knots. Taxiing on idle, it's crazy. Strobes on, so we've got a little runway crossing here.
Charlie, Kilo Confirm Charlie.
And we're through. Let's pop that off, and takeoff's imminent now, so we're going to do an all stations chime. And then we've got line up. That's PAL engineering there. Lufthansa Technic, I think it is, isn't it? How do I get rid of this? It's that, isn't it? Yes, lovely job. William, good to see you. Hope you're well. Zooming along. Got the old drone camera there, it's gone a bit crazy. Somebody's about to go right at my chuff. Rob, hello buddy. That's a test. Let's pop TCAS on. Tara. T-A-R-A. We've done the chime. We've armed nav. We haven't actually. We have now armed nav and prof. We've already pressed autoflight once. I'm not going to press it again. I knew I'd forgotten something. Nav and prof. Come on, Luke. So that's good. We've got high intensity lights on. Scroll that. Let's get all of that on. Runway turn off lights on.
North traffic, Cafe 8 Manila will be taxiing Gold 4, Charlie, West runway 1, Hotel 1, runway 2.
Yeah, Manila I think is where British Airways refit their A380s as well. Sometimes Arto will go for certain bits of maintenance, I believe, from memory.
655, ready for taxi
Done by
for runway
Lufthansa Technique.
24 via Golf 1
Scrabble
4,
that speed off now. Hotel 1, Cap 2, Papa.
We'll hotel runway 24.
Approach path is clear.
And the traffic will be in 1847 at Echo 1 lining up runway 24 for immediate departure.
And Manila traffic, Osprey 165 heavies at Hotel 1, line up and wait behind.
Thank you, 3187.
There he is. He's doing a little intersection departure. So we're lining up behind. Me using that terminology as if there would be ATC here just tells him, lets him know that I'm aware.
The traffic will be 1847, departing runway 24, Ipata to Bravo departure.
That he's giving the intersection in front. Let the nose come all across.
614, leaving behind the company MD-11 after departure. On our check-in.
Make sure I've got my charts ready. That looks good. He's getting airborne. Not sure where he's flying actually, but we'll be fine anyway. It's working to just get extended nicely onto that centre line. Lined up smoothly. Lights and signs all checked now. Yeah, like I said before, we're tracking this on New Sky to get a score, but TFDi Designs, they've actually fixed the tracking issue on the MD-11 for the flaps, which means that we can actually use it for our virtual airline now. However, they have also still not fixed the way that the simulator sends the altimeter data out, the QNH, into the sim, or out of the sim into various things like New Sky and other virtual airline clients. So unfortunately, that's broken, so we're going to get a big deduction in score because it's going to think we've been at the wrong QNH for a long time now. Right, Manila traffic, Osprey 165 heavy. He's taking off runway 24, cab 2, Papa departure, Manila. So,
Manila traffic, Osprey 6184, lining up
Thrust.
runway 24 behind the company MD-11. From
set
Hotel
M1 to about 70%. Brakes off. Through 70. Auto flight. Power set. Speed's alive. 80 knots has already gone, at 100 knots now. Meow. It's already lifting up, well before rotate. What the? V1, rotate. Oh, 134, rotate 139. Well, that's really stumped me there. We didn't get the V-speed on the TFD. Oh well, it was a very smooth departure. Autopilot engaged. That was very confusing. Where were my V-speeds? I did set trim properly, yeah. We did that just before we started to roll.
Eminent traffic, Osprey 202 heavy, taxi to runway 24
Ah well,
via the
we're all
taxi
good,
line,
nobody
Brent
died.
Lima, Charlie, hold point, Hotel
Flap
1,
retraction's
runway
gone green. We're at acceleration altitude now, look. So, we're going to flick that forwards and we'll go through SR shortly. Yeah, I did Zato. Yeah, weird though, very weird. Hey ho. It's keep it going in the climb. And we'll do profile to 38. We'll set all that like so. I don't expect a 10 today either, Rab. Look at this though. She's up. Just show you though, you can make a couple of mistakes here and there, and actually this allows you to kind of get away with it. A couple of weird texture bugs going on with this. Things flicking away, but hey ho. It's a great aeroplane, but there are some glaring weird behaviours with it that they are trying to solve in updates and things, and then somebody like me will come and fly it very poorly. And okay, we're through slap retraction now, so let's just clean the aeroplane up properly. There they go. What a departure. Stabilizer motion. Okay, yeah, so we've done that. Have to take off spoilers. Disarm. Gear, no lights. I'm just going to go back into the flight deck here, see how we're getting on.
Manila traffic, Osprey 6 half Mike,
That's
crossing
off.
runway 31, Manila traffic.
EAD check no alerts. Just going to go to the config page.
Manila traffic, Osprey
status
624
page.
departing 24 at the cab to Papa departure.
And we're going to set
Manila.
this to 15.
Manila traffic Cebu 655, landing up runway 24.
We'll follow the profile all the way, the VNAV. So that's good, that's good, that's good. We're going to go through 10, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off these already and retract them. We'll leave high intensity. Oh, high intensity needs to be on. Thought I'd clicked that on. I'd forgotten again. There's something else I've made a mistake with. My goodness. Here we go. It's, my goodness, quite a steep climb. We're quite light for this aeroplane today. It's obviously designed for big old long haul, but we are today flying an hour and 30, albeit with quite a full cabin, but we are actually going to be kind of settling into a very short flight, so it's in reality for an MD-11 very light. I'll have to apologise in advance for all the mistakes. We need to also change the transition level shortly. Although it has absolutely no impact on New Sky, but we'll pull it anyway. 103 for the standby. We'll increase that range.
Traffic, Osprey 263, crossing runway 31. Manila traffic.
Manila traffic, Osprey 6184, airborne 4,800
That's good. We've done the dial flat 15.
Manila.
Alright, we can settle in.
Manila traffic, Osprey 263, clear runway 34.
Cool having such a retro cabin, isn't it? It's very
Manila traffic Cebu
snazzy.
655, departing runway 24 via Pada to Papa departure, QNH 10.
Eji Fanani is a lovely livery, isn't it?
Manila traffic, Cathay 891, lining up runway 24, find the departing
And like I said
traffic.
the other week when we were looking at the we were looking at the kind of launch day stream when we were doing Amsterdam to Keflavik in the cargo version, and I described this as very much a patchwork quilt aeroplane.
Manila traffic, Osprey 6184, continuing to climb flight level 30. Final call, Manila.
Probably setting the trim properly actually gave us that lovely rotation, but that's also because we were 30 knots quicker than we should have been on the departure. But hey ho, it's nice and forgiving. Let's have a look at Valanta for the first time today. Badges right up front.
Manila traffic Cebu 655 airborne.
He's flying the
1,500 feet climbing.
passenger version painted by Paddy. Looking really good. G-Dog is the registration for that one. And then we've also got... There was somebody ahead of me, but they're not appearing on Valanta, bizarrely. Zarto's just got airborne behind. He's also he's in the vintage aircraft like we are. Look at that, what a picture.
Manila traffic Cebu 655 turning left direct to Samba.
We've got Cathay 8901, no screen grabs there.
Flight level 340.
We've got Ian Osprey 2472 as well in the mighty Boeing 777-300ER. So yeah, our flight today is going to take us over the centre of the Philippines, and then we're going to break off over the water towards Hong Kong. And we're not expecting too much drama or anything today. It's going to be quite a nice flight. The difficult part is going to be on the arrival, and if our takeoff ability has had anything to do with it, then I'm sure we've got plenty to worry about. Actually, the Meta VHXX doesn't exist, does it?
Traffic 562 airborne passing 5,300.
So we need to use Hong Kong International Airport's Meta and kind of take that as the nearest usable weather information. See if the METAR thing's actually going to work, if I've just broke it asking for Kitax. METAR unavailable. As Artis says, we've got a new airport that's being constructed that will replace Ninoy Aquino International Airport, and it's the Bulacan International Airport, aka the new Manila International Airport. Wow.
Speed 116, check.
555.
Thank you, sir. Manila traffic.
Oh, that'd be why VHHH.
Lining up runway 24.
I'm really not with it today, am I, Rab? Oh my goodness.
Traffic.
We'll get through it. Peter, welcome, mate. It's almost like I'm in a night shift stream today. It's bizarre, isn't it? My mind's all over the place. I'm half expecting to be called into work later. Cancel me day off, but we'll see what happens. There we go. Thank you, Rab. So we've got winds 208. Which is good for us, actually, because it's now a headwind of about 2.53 knots and a crosswind of about 7 to 8 knots from the right. So that's more favourable slightly for the IGS-13.
Manila traffic Osprey 6 half Mike, taking off runway 24, Manila traffic.
Manila traffic Osprey 272 heavy, lining up runway 24 behind departing traffic, Manila traffic.
Did it look like that? My goodness.
Traffic at the 891 direction to Harbor, passing from South Speed, final call, no traffic.
Gonna be huge. yeah, that's a big old drive there, Zato. But then I suppose it takes me an hour to get to Heathrow. It takes me 2.5 hours potentially if there's lots of traffic just to get to Gatwick now. And that's not miles away. How are we doing? So we're quite good in the climb there, look. Pitch nav, climb, all pink.
Manila traffic Osprey 6 half Mike is airborne passing 2,400 feet. Manila traffic.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle, shadow box. It's an old aeroplane after all. Yeah, it's kind of retro, vintage. Which is why Zato, we've got the retro paint scheme that Paddy's created, which I uploaded yesterday onto flightsim.to for everybody to enjoy. But we've also got this one created by Zato, which is also available to download on the website and on flightsim.to, which looks lovely. It's a really good classic look. There's a spin-off from our DC-6 livery, for what it's worth, which suits this wonderfully. Look at that. Big old tri-jet. Yeah, it shares a lot of its quirks with the MD-88 shallow box, to be fair. Which is why it's quite a weird aeroplane. So you'll look at stuff like I did with the strobes earlier. You'll look at stuff and you think kind of a little bit Airbus-y, where you think, oh good, no lights, it's on. But actually, the strobes mean it's off. And the logo light there is on, but weirdly that's got also an off light. And the nav lights are on at the moment, and there's no lights, but if I turn the wing and turn off lights on, they illuminate and tell me they're on. So it's really, really mishmash. The plane's just confusing. But that is what makes this really quite cool and quite fun. Good old McDonnell Douglas. Rab, hopefully you're alright, mate. That's one of the great things about the flight sim world. We can immerse ourselves and keep busy.
Manila traffic, Osprey 272 heavy airborne passing through 4,800 feet on the cab to Papa departure. Final call, Manila. Okay.
There's the coastline, looking really good. Tim says the MD-11's first flight was in 1990 and the A320's first flight was in 1987. Zata says when the MD-11 came out, McDonnell Douglas came with a cockpit retrofit of the DC-10, which they called the MD-10. The MD-11 cockpit in a DC-10 essentially. I mean, it's got some quirks that the MD-11, sorry, the MD-88 had, like the dialer flap, which I think is quite a cool system, to be fair. What this doesn't have, that the MD-88 has, is a standby compass, which is somewhere really confusing, like up here somewhere, and you have to then use a mirror in order to access it, whereas this has just got the standby compass there, where you can see it when you're flying. So, little things like that. And we will see the aircraft during the descent move fuel around through the tail tank as well, in all likelihood. And that's just the aeroplane trying to balance itself. Coming up to cruise now, 380.
Altitude.
And we're all pink in the cruise. Probably, in fairness. Bing. Ah, in the cabin. They're animated as well. I'm trying to look at the charts. If I go to that view, that'll do. We should be able to then also see the engines, but see the charts. So Noman, I can't draw on it, frustratingly, because they've locked it. But yeah, from Noman on the right, working in towards the Chung Chau VOR 112.3, which is in the sim, thankfully. Working to waypoint Golf, which is on the edge. That bit of land there, just about to see it there. And with that, we should then start the turn in, which will bring us in over Charleroi. There we go, Charleroi NDB. Now, we're a big, heavy aeroplane, so this turn isn't going to be as tight as this first dot where we cross the Charleroi NDB. Instead, we're going to use this outer line and work around and basically come in with what is over the top of now Hong Kong International Airport, which is this big outcrop here. It's that basically. So working all the way around above 180 knots realistically, because this thing is fast on approach, scarily quick. And then intercepting that IGS checkerboard approach, 088 degree track to runway 13, and we'll have a few things like the Hong Kong NDB 377 tracked and the IGS DME 111.9er all ready to go as well. So middle marker, outer marker, what have we got here? There we go, there's our profile. The transition, flight level 110. We've got to be intercepting this at 4,500 feet, sorry. 3.1 degree glide path. And the final bit of it is visual. And you can see there that middle marker is 2 miles from runway 13, where we'll be executing the turn. And if we have to go around, missed approach, continuing IGS LLZ, climbing to 4,500, and at the middle marker, all 2.2 DME from KL, turn right to establish an intercept on the THVOR radio 315, join the TH. Holding pattern will proceed as directed. So in effect, all we do is we fly runway heading, we'll overfly the airfield, and climb out to Tathong Point over there and join the hold there effectively. Depending on traffic, we might just hit that and then continue back towards Chung Chau VOR to give it another go. And I've actually taken an additional 30 minutes of fuel today just in case we balk the first landing and have to go around. Speaking of which, there's no missed approach procedure in my checklists to help me prompt what to do if it goes wrong. So we'll see what happens. But the auto thrust will stay in until touchdown, from memory, I think, in this aeroplane. Have I got that right? I think I have. And with that, we can actually have a little look at our DHX page. So star. We want IGS 13. Noman 13. Min prof in feet. Ooh. What does that mean? It's the first time I've said that. Min prof, minimum profile. Or is it asking for minimums? Part the charts. IGS 13, aerodrome elevation 15. Trying to find our minimums here. Is it 660? Decision heights at the outer marker. Yeah, 660 I think. Insert. So we've got a... Ooh. IGS 13, Noman 13. Insert. There we go. Had to click it twice, it seems. And that's got rid of the discontinuity now. Lovely. Yeah, so min prof is 660 I think by the looks of the charts. But I could turn it all off earlier, which it is probable, in fairness anyway. I haven't done this in a long time. The last time we did it was... what were we in? I can't remember. Navrad, we can prep this, like we said earlier, treble 19er. And the inbound course is 088. It's already got that in there. Look, KL, good. That's matches the 2-letter code. ADF 377. And Shalawan 268. And then it's going to automatically update the courses for various VORs here, but we're only flying. When's our top descent? In a little while. Noman. We'll leave it tracking for a bit. And then we'll manually select the the VORs, Chung Chau and Tathong Point, so that we've got it all sorted out. What else? Ice detected. Keep an eye on that. Prime says on a go around for the MD-11, it's gear up, clean up to FAP 15 and continue to clean up to a minimum clean when suitable, if you recall correctly. Yeah, there's no well, there is there. It's a go around. I assume that's a toga switch, isn't it, for go around? We start our turn when we reach an NDB bearing of 360 from Charleroi. So when the needle's pointing 360, 0 degrees, then we are going to begin the turn to intercept the IGS. I mean, I could potentially hand fly from there. Gonna be exciting anyway. Look forward to that kind of stuff. We can put in our minimums 660. No ice detected. Off. The button on the side of the throttle is auto throttle disconnect. The button on the front of the number 2 throttle is the go around button. There's a GA click spot on the glare shield somewhere. Ice detected. We're going to be playing games with the icing system all day, aren't we? I wonder if that's the event marker there. Do you think they've put that as a go around switch? Where is it? Ah, there it is. That's the go around switch. That one. Kind of hard to see, isn't it? So that's auto throttle disconnect, both sides, and that's the auto. That's the sort of go around switch there. So if we do have to stick it, I'll press my go around keybind and go from there. Ah, there it is. That's the go around click spot. It's a screw, as Prime says. We found it. That one. Probably going to get deducted points now for not using strobes on departure as well. Whoops. I mean, if we're going to go around, yesterday there was a high chance of go around. We nailed it, thankfully. But this is even trickier. So the chance to go around here is even higher than it was yesterday. So we'll have to kind of just point and pray, as somebody said yesterday. Quite a good saying, I think. Point and pray. We do a lot of that. Through September, by the way, I'm going to be away for 2 weeks, so you won't see any live streams and all that kind of stuff for the first half of September. I'm assuming it works, Prime, with the toga keybind, right? No ice detected. Come on. See how long it takes. I don't ever use pause at top of descent, Jeff, so I'm not sure. Voice ass, good to hear, buddy. You know what we can do as well, actually? Descent forecast. So, just getting that up. $310. $200. 303 at 10. $064 at 2. And then that's our VH. VHH. Of course, it says the FMC speed puts him at about 170 knots the entire flight. May you help me here? That's so difficult to diagnose, mate, because it sounds like you've just maybe potentially lost. I'm going to put this in as a 2,000 foot wind. It sounds like you've not kind of properly configured everything. 31. Insert. You've got to make sure you've set everything up, absolutely everything, and you've done your thrust limits, and you've got your performance page done for your cruise as well. And you can have a look at on perf page, so like cruise now, if it still said on your FMS speed 170 knots, you can just overwrite it in here. You can just get it to select Mach decimal 82, for example. You can overwrite it and all that sort of thing. French Toast says Kaitak's going to be spectacular at night with lighting. I'm hoping we'll arrive in this kind of sunset area of our time zone buffer. That's, if I've got it right, that's what I'm hoping anyway. Wesley, welcome, mate. Good to see you. 42 months, my goodness. I'm trying to think how long it's been since we flew into Kaitak last. I think it's about 2 years. Which is going to be tough to kind of pull this off again with no practice in an aeroplane that I've clearly made a lot of mistakes in already, because I've lost that familiarity now. And it's only been 2 weeks, I think, since it launched, since we last flew it. When did we last fly this thing? Because I basically got to fly it for a week, right up to launch, hard. And get my head around it. Live stream list. So I've not flown this since the 27th of June. Oof, that's longer than I thought. But it's been out for that long. th of June. 3rd of July. That was the last time I flew this. Or the 2nd of July. So well over a month now, and it's been that long. So that explains a lot. That explains why I've struggled to get back into it already, because it's so complex as an aeroplane. But yeah, we'll definitely have a hard landing, especially with that main sort of centre main wheel that it's got on it. Oh, Ian, epic. That's pretty good, isn't it then? So if you folks, if you've got a next level racing Boeing seat like myself and like Ian as well, the big £700 next level racing Boeing seat thing, after about a year and a half, about a year, you might find the seat cushion that you're sitting on, the foam basically just gives way because of, we're sitting on these seats for 3-4 hours at a time whenever we're flight simming, and I've had some really good use out of it in that year and a bit. So I emailed Next Level Racing based on, I think, Ashley's suggestion, 1 or 2 people watching a stream a few weeks ago, saying why don't you just email them and ask, and they sent me a brand new seat pad. And it looks like Ian's got one as well, so that's really good. Because you can't buy spare parts on the website. You can't just go, oh, my seat cushion's a bit wrecked now. You can't go onto nextlevelracing.com and order a replacement seat cushion. Which sounds like they're missing a trick, really. But I suppose it's a premium product and they've got a bit of premium customer service attached to it, which is very nice. Boyce says, I like how the MD-11 handles. The Phoenix gives him some input delay. I think it's because of the fly-by-wire system. Potentially, French Toast saying that combining the MD-11 with Kaitak is madness. Yeah, Zato's idea, but I did like it. I thought, last stream of the week, let's go out with a bang. Hopefully not that kind of bang, but hopefully a load of party poppers going off and nailing a landing like yesterday. Oh, we've got Hong Kong radar online. That's a bit worrying. Wesley, you can ask that in the chat, mate. What's the clicking noise in your stream, he's asking. It's those. It's really annoying. You can change it in the tablet. You can select digital displays. But it's an old aeroplane, isn't it? It's all of the analog stuff clicking away. Yeah, we've got Hong Kong radar on by the looks of it, which is going to be fun. How did they do this in real life? I mean, even when you look at it on Volanta, right? So we're going to come in over the, kind of this island here, and then at Lung Mai here, Chi Ma Wan Peninsula. That's where we're going to kind of come across this here, and Tai Long Wan Suan up here is where we're going to begin the turn. Charleroi NDB is, in fact, there it is. Charleroi is there in the middle of the screen. So we're going to come over kind of this little bit, this gap here in the island, that little bay. We turn all the way down here, round and up. And then we're going to turn onto final over the top of Hong Kong International Airport. And then down into this, which is just utterly crazy. It's coming over Nam Wan, Butterfly Valley. And then Lion Rock is, I think, where the checkerboard was, off the top of my head. Was it Beacon Hill? But roughly around there anyway, that's where the checkerboard is. We'll be coming in over that, and just pretty much over Chung Sha Wan here in the middle of the screen, that's where we're going to begin the turn in on the approach. There's Checkerboard Hill. Right in the middle of the screen. Which is even tighter than I realised. So Stonecutters Island and then sweeping in. Split Notion says he's got broken nav data. His runway 13 doesn't exist for him. Oh, that's weird. Mind you, I've got it in the sim because Navigraph have fed it in. But it's just got now a lot more complicated, hasn't it? I'm just looking for the visual step down approach. That's even harder. Look at that. Rung Chung Chau NDV, or VOR rather, Chung Chau VOR, 045 degrees through the bay towards Stonecutters, which is 236, and that's then a very tight, continuous turn past the checkerboard and in. We'll do whichever we're given by the controller. If they give us the checkerboard, then I suppose we'll just have to suck it up and do the checkerboard approach. But that's going to be autopilot off and hand flying the entire thing there. Initial approach 4,500 feet. And then we're cleared for visual step down to runway 13, track 045 from Chung Chau VOR. Report Green Island in sight. Not below 2,000 when crossing 7 DME. From Hong Kong NDB. Make a good right turn to runway 13. Missed approach, climb to 4,500, turn right to intercept and establish towards the Tathong Point VOR radial 315 and join the hold. I mean, that sounds pretty tough, isn't it? Doesn't it? So. You guys can choose. There's the poll. Vote away. Let us know what you want to see for the approach. MPS, welcome, mate. Crikey, we're at Noman already. 127.1.
Wind 200 degrees and a rough, runway 25 left, let's take off.
Tim, well, actually, both are checkerboard approaches. For what it's worth. But one of them is a visual approach. So the visual step down is completely hand flown. Whereas the IGS checkerboard is an ILS down towards the checkerboard effectively, and then a hand flown final turn. But the visual step down is a lot harder and requires it to be hand flown all the way from the Chung Chau VOR, which is quite different. So like the visual step down is the super hard approach to the checkerboard and then down to the runway. The IGS is the kind of medium to hard difficulty. So you've got medium to hard difficulty IGS 1-3 checkerboard, and then extreme difficulty visual step down checkerboard 1-3. But it depends on the polls. You guys can vote away. I'm not sure if you can change your decision. I don't know if it just lets you vote once and then that's it. Who knows? And I'm just, at the minute, just getting myself ready for a little bit of ATC. And that starts at Noman. What else do we need to think about for the arrival? Set descent and arrival FMS MCDU.
Shuttle 250 identified, climb unrestricted to flight level 250.
So flat 35 land, look at that approach speed, 153, my goodness. VRF 148, it's so fast this thing. And there's no fixed rings in this because McDonnell Douglas didn't code in. You know, if I wanted to put a 10-mile fixed ring around Noman, I can't do that in this because McDonnell Douglas didn't put it in. So, tricky.
But excuse me, 62 area restrictions, flight level 3, 9 and 0. Not able for cruising except 3.
Yeah, the poll at the moment, if you're wondering, because people seem confused by it, even though we've just gone through it, let's just bring that back up. So the checkerboard approach is that. And it goes to the checkerboard, which is there in red.
3118, Hooker radar 45253.
But the visual step down is this. So a lot tighter. Goes past Green Island there. But it's all hand flown. We've got to go to stone cutters, and then from there we pick up visual with the checkerboard before turning in. And they're the two different options in the poll. Both involve the checkerboard effectively.
Hong Kong radar 180 off Echo 5. Oh yeah, he'll ready to connect. Would like to request Echo 10 to Oakland.
Zone 80, departure information bank, cleared to Auckland via Ocean 2 Bravo, departure is 15374.
I mean, oddly enough, I'm getting nervous about it. I don't know why.
Mission Yankee, cleared by the clarity, Ocean 4, departure, squawk 524.
Yeah, TFDi, yeah, pretty much.
Zone 80 confirmed, Ocean 2 Bravo,
And also all the screaming as well.
Ocean 2 Bravo. I'm not sure. Here's the 8.
Zone 80 read back correct, the 930 effective. 13118 confirmed, 45253.
Look, 354.
5253 for the squawk, whoever that is.
Identified, cleared, Snowman 13 arrival, expected IGS approach, runway 13.
There we go. So he's giving the IGS. We can request it. We'll leave the vote open for a bit until we speak to a Hong Kong radar, so if you aren't sure which checkerboard approach you want to see, let us know. We've got a bit of time, a short amount of time for you to vote away.
Hooker radar, Hooker shooter 250, any chance we can get the shortcut?
50, I need to clear out here, space, also a bit higher.
Roger.
It is way ahead, isn't it? But it's only 30 odd. $39 votes. Perhaps it's one for the 777, Wesley. If we don't win a vote today for it, perhaps we can do the 777 and the checkerboard. Well, the 727 would be quite cool with it, with INS. It'd be quite spicy.
New Zealand 80, taxi via Bravo 9er, Bravo, Whiskey.
Don't forget, if you are enjoying today's live stream as well, give us a little like, press that like button down below. It all helps drive the channel forward into lots of other people's YouTube feeds and things.
Hotel Juliet 11 for runway 25 left.
No man in 4. 34 miles. No, I don't stream on Twitch, Koisas. Can't stand Twitch. I don't even have a... I've got an account, but I don't even have the app. Oh, I wish I could win the lottery as well, to be fair. AJ Finai says Twitch is just diet only fans. It's also owned by Amazon. And they take enough of my money.
Express 1642, information Yankee correct, please to Manila via Ocean 2 Bravo departure 43522.
Oh, he's asking for contact already. Drop in neck. Hong Kong radar, good evening, Osprey 165 heavies, inbound Noman, fly level 380.
13165 on the radar, squawk 5210.
Squawk 5210, Osprey 165.
Osprey 165, identified, cleared, Snowman 13 arrival, expect IGS approach runway 13.
Cleared Noman 13 and expect IGS 13 approach, Osprey 165 heavy. Whoop whoop! Well, there we go. That's rather landslide victory for the IGS 13 checkerboard anyway, isn't it? So we've done it, we've briefed, we've set it up, and now we just need to execute. Look at that. Such big windows on it as well. Pop that screenshot on Volanta. And I'll get bing bing flight control replay ready to go as well, so that when we get a bit closer, I'll try and record the approach. Now I'll make sure I've got my charts set correctly as well. IGS 13 CCNDB feed in. That's the one I want.
Station, contact information now. On a shuttle 250, climb to 8,000
AJ, that's mad.
Direct Pico.
It does a 400 meters direct to
Oh, crikey.
350.
They use meters here now, don't they? Ah! Rapidly looking around for the meters button. Feet meter. Yoink.
Hong Kong Region 1, Osprey 6184 at flight level 380 with kite patch information Alpha.
Previous station calling, Squawk Mode Charlie.
And Osprey 6184, we have squawk mode Charlie at flight level 380 information Alpha.
Osprey 6184, set Squawk 5252, cleared Noman 13 arrival, expect IGS 13.
They only use meters for climbs into PRC airspace, Weston says. Oh, that's good to know.
5252, cleared the Noman 13 IGS 13, Osprey 6184.
Top of descent in 80 miles. Five 210. Navrad. Tathong Point, which is 1155. I'm actually going to ask the aeroplane to keep that committed now. And 1155. We've also got Chung Chao 1123. The one Lon on CH.
All stations, Hong Kong departure information, Zulu arrival information, Mike.
Oh, 3. Chung Chao, there we go. We've got TH155. ADF1 is RW, Hong Kong. That's the threshold NDB, effectively. 1119er. And NDB 268. BC, which actually we want SL.
Control,
268.
airway 010,
So we're now specifically asking it to just track specific NDBs.
Airway 010, E320 on
That's as good as we're going to get.
025, request clearance to Manila, flight level 370.
Fairway 010, commence request, stand by.
I'm nervous about this. I was less nervous yesterday, and I was
Lufthansa Cargo 870, descend via star
pooping a
to
brick.
8,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Descend 8,000 feet, 1005, Lufthansa Cargo 878.
Lufthansa Cargo 870, action, new QNH is 1006.
1006.
New Zealand 80, confirm ready for departure?
Ready for departure, New Zealand 8.
New Zealand 80, wind 210 degrees 9 knots, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on the way to 5 left, Air New Zealand 80.
Fairway 010, clearance ready.
right. Top of descent checks. Let's
Ready to
see.
copy, area
Descent
010.
FMS MCDU set for
Fairway
descent and
010,
arrival landing
clearance to Manila
data.
via Ocean 2 Bravo departure.
Set FMS land page and auto brakes.
Manila by Ocean
That's
2,
already
Bravo
set now
departure,
anyway.
Squawk 3547,
And flap 35
Air
lands.
Fairway 010, read back correct, device ready for push.
What's there?
Kill back when ready for push, Airway 210, thank you.
Lovely. 1-3, dry.
Lufthansa Cargo 870, would you like 25 left?
The first shade.
Lufthansa Cargo 870, expect.
Not going to allow us to calculate this, is it?
25 left. 8 to the right.
What's our landing weight going to be? Basically, I'm telling it that we're in Hong Kong International. Estimated landing weight 177.003. Estimated landing distance 2288. So now I've got to use the Hong Kong charts to see how long the runway is there. And it is 3331.5. So all the brake low will be fine. We'll just use that as a kind of close figure. Pop that away, we don't need it.
Osprey 118 confirmed descending.
Minimum set.
Osprey 118, be advised, start clearance does not give you clearance to descend in Hong Kong. You can continue to descend out flight level 140.
Oops. Can't descend
Cargo 870, proceed
until
direct
they
low
say. But at top of descent, they haven't given it to us. We've given the star clearance, but we'll have to request descent.
777 sets Squawk 5225.
It's more like the Unibuild's A300 MPS, to be fair. The PMDG 777 is just a whole another level entirely. It's very, very good. I'd say this is probably a similar level to the 727. A little bit of cross-flow traffic there ahead of us somewhere. There they are, going the other way.
Hong Kong radar, Cafe 777.
Cafe 777, Hong Kong radar, Squawk 5225.
5225, Cafe 777.
Express 1642, starting for approved, pushback color blue.
So, order brakes set.
Cafe 777 identified.
Status page
landing
looks
runway
good.
25 right, continue Abbey 2 Bravo.
And then the next bit's going to be through transition. We'll have to go to the local QNH, which this aeroplane can't track anyway.
Say again, Cafe 777.
Cafe 777,
1005
runway
for
25
QNH.
right, continue Abbey 2 Bravo arrival, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1006.
Pops and Jake, welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Hope you're well.
Right, FB2 Alpha, stand 6,000, finish 106,
Cafe 777, Abbey 2 Bravo, break, Lufthansa cargo 870.
Which is 200 at 8, so we've got a bit of a crosswind for us to contend with. Should be good.
FB2 Bravo, Cafe 2.
Lufthansa cargo 870,
Need to get in.
descend 4,500 feet.
4,500 feet, Lufthansa cargo 870 right.
New Zealand 80, say altitude.
Ah,
New Zealand 80, constant 4,500.
New Zealand 80, identify climb by to 9,000 feet.
the stress is already going up.
9,000 feet, New Zealand 80.
The Osprey 165 heavy request descent.
Level 390,
Ah,
1.8 miles out of Newman.
2 stations, Osprey 165, descend to flight level 140.
descend flight level 140, Osprey 165, thanks.
Cafe 8901, Hong Kong radar, Squawk 5247.
5247, Cafe.
Profile to 14. Let's see how it enters top of descent.
Cafe 8901, identified, cleared, Noman 13 arrival, expect IGS 13.
Quite an early top of descent though.
Repeat the
103 miles to 50 DME.
Cafe
That
8901,
can't be
cleared,
right.
Noman 13 arrival, expect IGS 13.
Norman 13 arrival, expect IGS 13, Cafe 801.
Just quickly scribbling around on my charts here.
Cathay 777, are you able to make the restriction at Tango Delta?
Negative. Cathay
Oh, we'll have asked for descent now,
Cathay
so we're going to have to show some
turn
sort of
right
descent.
heading 040.
Go 800 foot per minute.
Right heading 040.
That's well in the wrong place, isn't it?
Lufthansa Cargo 8708 from Lotus.
I mean, look
clear
at that,
out
800
first
foot per
runway
minute,
25
and we're going to get 30 DME from non-30.
New Zealand 80, proceed direct ocean.
Direct ocean, New Zealand 80.
And at Chung Chau, we want to be
Hong Kong radar, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike with information out
at 8,000 feet.
340.
136 Alpha Mike, Hong Kong radar, squawk 5221.
So it's telling us there we're well above the glide profile there.
5221, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Hong Kong radar, very good evening. Osprey 2472 Heavy, flight level 380, inbound.
14 at non-30.
Information out Bromwood.
Osprey 2472 Hong Kong radar, squawk 5234.
5234 for
As a
Osprey
foot per minute. Let's see what it does.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, identified, cleared Noman 13 arrival, expect IGS approach, runway 13.
How did you get with the update for the Osprey logo, Luke?
3 arrival expecting IGS
Ian's
approach
asking.
runway
It's all done.
13, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Osprey 118, descend to flight level 110.
110, probably 118.
Cathay 777, descend to 4,500 feet.
By 1400.
4,500 Cathay 777.
That's like 80 miles away. Crazy.
Express
Oh
1642, taxi by
Down we go.
7, Hotel 8, holding point Chile at
Strap
11,
in, everybody.
runway 25 left.
Hotel 7, Hotel 8, 11 for 2, 5 traffic, Express 164,
New Zealand 80, climb to flight level 330, expedite climb until passing flight level 130.
Climb and maintain flight level 330 and
So the controller here has got its work cut out because we're flying into
passing flight level
Kai-Tak.
11,000.
But because
New Zealand
Kai-Tak
80.
doesn't exist anymore, we've got the main
New
Hong
Zealand
Kong
80,
International
expedite until
Airport with
passing flight level 130.
aircraft flying in and around it.
Sorry,
constantly,
flight level
so
130,
that's-
80.
the controller's having to work
Osprey
hard.
118, turn right heading 350 degrees.
And Osprey 118 hasn't even...
Cathay 777, turn right heading, correction, turn left heading 330.
Left heading 330, Cathay 777.
Looks like Badger's
Osprey
going.
Control area 010, ready for
Cleared
push.
Runway
Noman
31.
13 arrival, expect IGS approach, runway 13.
Expect the Noman 13 approach and the IGS 13 approach for Osprey 2476.
Kirk, how did you get an arrival into Kai-Tak? When I tried to fly there, I have to manually fly it, crash my plane to
Control
hotel
area
because the wind shift
010,
can't
ready
recover
for
in
push.
time. You need nav
Airway
data like
010,
Navigraph.
status group, push back
Feed it
color
into
blue.
the sim for you,
Ready for push and start, color blue area 010.
so you get the nav data. There is the coast. If not, you can manually tune the VORs and just hand fly it. Same principles apply there. You need the charts though, which is what we've been studying today.
Express 1642, are you able immediate departure?
Able for immediate, Express 164, thank you.
Express
1500 will
1642,
do.
wind 200 degrees, 8 knots, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Let's go to 18 actually.
Cathay 777, resume on navigation direct, run to descend via RNAV transition.
On navigation to run to clear on the transition, which is Cathay 777.
Sputnik 206, no further ATC, Montesina Car 122,
Did I?
that's flight.
Yeah. See how we go.
Hong Kong Cathay 542 with information Zulu requesting I-4 clearance to Haneda.
Cathay 542, information Zulu correct, clear to Haneda via Ocean 2 Bravo departure, squawk 3523.
Roger,
We've already set
Canada,
minimums.
Ocean 2 Bravo departure, squawk 3523.
1013. The next descent will be through flight level 140, probably down to about
542, read back correct, 530.
8,000, which will be the local QNH of 1005. Again, as a reminder, this aeroplane isn't sending the data out to any virtual airline clients, unfortunately, so
Cathay 891 again.
that will be missing until TFDi Designs fix it, like they did with the flaps not being reported to various
Cathay 891
clients.
descend initially, flight
They've
level
done that, they just
140.
need to do the altimeters. So I'm going to have a low score anyway, because it's going to deduce points for, quote, incorrect altimeter, even though we've had it set correctly throughout the entirety of the flight so far.
Osprey 618.
Osprey 118, resume on navigation, direct Charlie Hotel.
Feels good. Everything else looks pretty good. Don't need to worry about the seatbelt signs yet, so let's just get them strapped in actually. One less thing to worry about.
Hong Kong, hello, KLM 807, about
Slats extend through 280 knots
KLM 807, Hong Kong radar, squawk
for
3513.
the descent. It's very high speed for this.
3513, KLM 807.
But in the descent shortly, we go through 280. We're going to click that out to slats extended, flaps 0. From there, we've also got dialer flap set to 15 ready, which is the midpoint which we set during the climb out towards cruise. And then it's going to allow kind of a medium transition of flap through 0 to 15, then 15 to 28, 28 to 35. We're going to land with flap 35.
Express 1642, identified.
He says out loud whilst breathing himself.
9,000 feet, cancel altitude restrictions.
9,000 feet, cancel altitude restriction, Express 1642.
Osprey 118, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1006. Osprey 165, turn left heading 270 degrees.
Left 270 degrees, Osprey 165. Wow, bloody click spot, hate it. Vectors already. Droffinek!
Cathay 777 request visual side step 25 left.
Cathay 777, do you have the airborne sight?
Airport inside Cathay 777.
Cathay 777, roger, clear visual approach, runway 25 left.
The visual 25 left, Cathay 777.
KLM 807 identified.
Can't change that, oh well. 27, we are in auto, aren't we? Yep, good. That's because Air New Zealand 80 is on a conflicting
Control
course.
Airway 010, ready
Just
for
there,
taxi.
look.
Airway 010, taxi by
By the
Hotel
looks
7,
of it.
Hotel 8, Hotel Point Juliet 11, runway 25 left.
Taxi on Hotel 7, Hotel 8, holding point 01125 left, Airway 010.
Rolling out, nice. There's the carnage. So, Kai Tak is in there. About there actually, that's roughly where Kai Tak is, middle of the screen.
Express 1642, climb unrestricted, flight level
See it, though.
370.
Okay, now we're targeting 250, look, so the aircraft's going to want to decelerate.
Osprey 165, resume on navigation, direct Charlie Hotel.
Resume on navigation direct to Charlie Hotel, Osprey 165.
Santa Clara 870, contact ground 122.55.
122.5,
44 miles. Yeah, look, there he is. He's giving us a separation from that Air New Zealand there. I'd say treat yourself to an Osprey flight, Ancient Dino. Leeds Malaga return.
Express 1642, proceed direct Ocean.
Yeah, Ocean 1642.
Let's give it another direct, because it will just smooth out the turn there.
Osprey 118 from Charlie Hotel, cleared IGS approach, runway 13.
Very fast. Going to bring that speed down to 280. It's all about, especially
Airway 010,
tricky approaches like
immediate
this,
departure.
all about being ahead of the energy.
Able, sir, Airway 010.
So 280 is our slap
Airway
extension speed.
010, wind 200 degrees, 8 knots, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 25
2-1, that's all
Airway
in all, so
010.
that's fine. .280. Jonathan, yeah, you've got to spend the time learning it though, but it is very good fun. It's quite an intense aircraft to fly, and it's very fast on approach. Keep watching. You're in the busy part of the flight. If you're just tuning in, we're flying into Kai Tak. We're flying the IGS-13 checkerboard approach in an aeroplane that's very fast on approach anyway, and is notoriously a handful to fly. So this is going to be a massive test for me, having not flown it since basically the 3rd of July. And I've been flying 777s, 727s, A320s, everything in between since.
Osprey 165, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1006.
Send 8,000, QNH 1006, Osprey 165. 8,000.
Express 1642, expedite climb until passing flight level 190.
Next time, still flight level 190, Express 1642.
We've got range of 40, so it's 20.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, descend now, flight level 150.
Good bit of speed breakout here.
Descend now, flight level 150.
100, what was it? 1006.
Osprey 165, expedite descent until passing flight level 110.
We'll go expedite till 110, Osprey 165.
Osprey 118, standby.
Fully out. Let's do it. Let's help him out. We've got that aeroplane there climbing right towards us.
Cathay 777, wind 200 degrees, 8 knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Slats extended through 280.
Osprey 118, you're not following the approach transition. Do you require vectors for visual approach?
He said 1006, didn't he? 1006? 100, yeah,
Osprey 118, confirm you're following the visual step down, runway 13. Osprey 118, roger, report checkable inside.
Whoever Osprey 118 is, you can't just make it up on VATSIM. You got to do as you're told.
Airway 010, identify, climb via to 9,000 feet, cancel altitude restrictions.
Get a 4,000, keep the speed brake extended, and just kind of flying around, setting that where I can. And that's allowed us now to drop low and fast below that aeroplane there.
Roger, cleared visual approach runway.
Look at that, that's why we had to expedite. We're on a conversion course. Expedite till 110, he said, so I'm going to follow that instruction.
Osprey 6184, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1006.
8,000.
Zartos
618, just be advised you came in quite broken there.
turned into a robot.
And Osprey 6184, descend 8,000, QNH
Got to bring our speed down a wee bit as well. Getting close now.
Thanks. Cathay 777, turn right Juliet, contact ground 152.455.
Juliet and ground, 2255, Cathay 777.
Osprey 2472,
Flat
descend
15,
now to flight level
which is
160.
crazy.
160, Osprey 2472. Osprey 165 from Charlie Hotel, cleared IGS approach, runway 13.
From Chung Chau, cleared IGS 13, Osprey 165. armed. Ooh, getting nervous. We've just made it, look. There is the target. Where is it? There it is. There's Kai-Tak.
3118, wind 200 degrees 8 knots, runway 13, clear to land.
Norevus. Right, here we go. Take approach 35.
Airways 010, climb
Flat extension minimum
unrestricted
between
to flight
200
level
and
370.
150.
370 unrestricted, airway 010, thank you.
Thank you. Right. Oh, there we go. Leveling off. No, Kirk, just doing the one leg, buddy. So 8,000 at the VOR, and then it's going to be down to 4,500 next. So we're on altitude hold 8. 4-5 ready. 220 is going to be set. Speed brake is set.
Cafe
Armed.
891,
Where's
roger,
my
expect visual
checklist?
step down, runway 13.
Done that. Let's go to Chimal Station. So spoiler's already armed. We've done that. We don't need it anymore. Auto brakes are set to low. Missed approach altitude is set. Radio
Cafe 891, descent to flight level
660.
110.
So the rest of it is down to us. We're going to use approach mode.
36 Alpha Mike, descent to flight level 140.
Descent flight level 140, very successful.
Lovely.
Airway 010, proceed direct ocean.
Direct ocean, airway
Kirk, it's really good, I think. Gonna hit the record. Hopefully this doesn't freeze us for too long. Lovely. Recording on flight control replay. About 28 through 210. Oops. Above 180. I'm going to set 190. Board music. miles.
3118, welcome to Kai-Tak, taxi via Bravo 1, Delta
Good job,
3,
118.
stand 2.
Bravo 1, Delta 3, can you say the sun again?
Again, there's no Navigraph charts for this.
3118, stand 2.
Stand 2 for the 318.
190. Ah, chuffing it. Let's get the descent going on. I head down in the charts. 1800. That should give us a good margin for speed. 2000.
Osprey 6184 from Charlie Hotel, cleared IGS approach, runway 13.
And the time, just going to wind it forwards because it's not quite the sunset I thought it was going to be.
Runner 12, Osprey 614.
Now we're talking. Oh yes.
Cafe 891, descend to 4,500 feet, reach by Charlie Hotel, QNH 1006.
Laps 28.
Cafe 891, confirm descent to 4,500 feet, reach by Charlie Hotel.
Reach by Charlie Hotel, 4,500 feet, Cafe 891.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, descend to flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Osprey 2472, descend to flight level 140.
140, Osprey 2472.
motion.
There's Hong Kong International. Beautiful views, look at this.
Hong Kong United, good evening, Qatar 448 with information mic on board, flight level 340, speed 1 L2.
Shalom.
Cathay 448, Hong Kong radar 45202.
5202, Qatar 448.
045.
Radar, Cathay 891, would you be able to confirm the your frequency for Charlie Hotel? Stand by.
One stage of flap left.
Cathay 891, it's 112.3.
Full flap. Well, flap 30.
Landing gear.
112.3, Cathay 891.
Landing gear.
3618, just confirm you're clear for the IGS approach, but Charlie Hotel, there should be an altitude
Gear
restriction
down.
of 8,000 feet, and you're descending below that.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Yeah, sorry, the autopilot's
4.5.
Landing gear.
the autopilot's a bit unclear, but
Just about got there.
Starting it out right now.
At SL, perfect.
Well, no worries, just try to comply with the altitude restrictions as best as possible. Thanks.
Loads of us
Yeah,
getting
sorry,
told off
we'll
today.
plan out the bend of 80, Osprey 6184.
160's next. Oops. Approach land.
Cathay 891, confirm you're turning left.
Establishing.
Cathay 891, we're having slight difficulty with the flight time. We'd be able to get vectors to Charlie Hotel.
Got no
Cathay
glide slope.
891, roger. Flight
There we
heading
go.
215. Flight heading 215, Cathay 891.
160. Landing gears down 3 green. Lights signs. And Osprey 165 heavies. Establish IGS 13.
What sequence date?
Oh,
Left 280 degrees for sequencing, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Osprey 2472, turn left, heading 270 degrees for sequencing.
270 sequencing, Osprey 272.
Stabilize
Cathay
your motion.
448, identified. Cleared Abbey 2 Bravo, arrival, landing 25 right.
Clear AB 2
Oh, keep
Bravo,
going.
runway 25 right, Qatar 448.
and Osprey 165 on the glide, IGS 13.
Osprey 165, roger.
45. Missed approach. It's climbed to 45 as well.
Cathay 891, turn right, heading 320 degrees. Right.
I'm going to set 130 for now. And our minimum, well, our approach speed, sorry, is 152. Flat 35, 4 green, armed and low.
Air Channel 1123, if you're on the ground, should be contacting Hong Kong ground 122.55.
I mean, look at that. It's a beautiful aeroplane, isn't it? In this livery as well. Wow. Look at this. Stunning.
Air Channel 1123, Hong Kong FR only offers ATC in English.
And the airport is in there somewhere.
Osprey 165, wind 200 degrees 8 knots, runway 13, clear to land.
Runway 13 cleared land, Osprey 165.
2500.
Check. I love the sounds
Osprey
in
6
this.
Alpha Mike, resume navigation direct Charlie Hotel.
Resume
That is the one.
navigation direct Charlie Hotel, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
So we want number 1.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, speed 250 knots
better.
of racer, high speed approved below 10,000.
Speed 250 knots or greater, could you repeat the last bit please, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, high speed approved below 10,000, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1006.
High speed approved below 10,000.
Dirty flaps, AJ, for
and
now.
descend
Dirty,
9,000 feet,
dirty
Osprey
flaps.
6 Alpha Mike.
Look, I mean, just
1, speed 220 knots.
stunning flying in here, isn't it? It's been so long since we last popped into Kai Tak, but
Osprey
look at this.
2472, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250, Osprey 272.
Looking for the checkerboard. Outer marker. Sorry, middle marker.
New Zealand 80, no further ATC available. Bonacina
That should be the outer marker. Yeah, outer marker.
Monitor 122.8. Good night.
Very close to like an alpha floor here. 152. Nose pitch is good. Profile's good. 1500. I mean, it looks scarily low towards the ground, doesn't it?
Stabilizer motion.
That's as close as the range will get us. And we're looking for the inbound lights. There's the checkerboard. There's the leading lights, and the runway is there. I love this approach, it's so hard.
Autopilot.
My controls.
1000.
What the heck, Bing? That was very distracting.
Minimum. Minimum.
Continue. Minimum.
With a 891 turn.
Okay,
left
picking
heading
up the lights.
290.
500.
There's the checkerboard.
Osprey 6184 on the glide for the IGS 13.
Osprey 6184, continue approach number 2.
Continue approach, Osprey 6184.
300.
I'm ready to just balk this and go around
200.
Glide slope. Glide
at a
slope.
moment's notice.
Glide slope.
200.
Glide slope.
Whoa, that crosswind's caught me out a bit.
200.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
We've just about got it.
Glide slope.
100.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Holding that pitch up a bit.
Glide slope.
50.
Oh my goodness.
Glide slope.
30.
Glide
20.
slope.
10.
Whoa, that's a heavy one. That's a terrible landing. You know what? This does not handle this approach very well.
Osprey 2472, turn right heading 360 degrees, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1006.
360, 9000, and QNH 1006, thrust brake 276.
908 foot per minute. And a new spine. 203G. Ouch. That's too tight. Hello, Mikhail. Welcome to Kai Tak.
6 Alpha Mike, descend to 8,000.
I reckon I'm going to get about a 5 for this.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
With the altitude issues as well, the altimeter fault. Luis, welcome.
Osprey 165, taxi via Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Delta 3, stand 6.
Taxi Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Delta 3, stand 6, Osprey 165, thanks.
Osprey 6184, wind 200 degrees, 8 knots, runway 13, clear to land.
Runway 13 clear to land, Osprey 6184.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike from Charlie Hotel, cleared IGS approach runway
Right,
13,
after landing.
250 knots until Charlie Hotel.
Charlie Hotel cleared
Flaps,
IGS
slats.
approach runway 13 and speed 250 knots for greater until Charlie Hotel, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
APU, where is the switch?
526, Hong Kong radar, score height.
There. Stabilizer trim set 3 degrees up.
Osprey 2472, speed 220 knots. 220.
We're going to nose up with that.
Hong Kong radar, contact 448, request descent.
Cathay 448, descend to flight level 130.
I'm going to regret tracking this on New Sky, I think.
Descent 130, Cathay 448.
Cathay 5
Weather radar off, APU
identified,
starts,
cleared Abbey to Bravo,
and then
arrival,
parking
landing
checks.
25 right.
Clear Abbey to Bravo, arrival, runway 25 right, Cathay 526.
Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Delta 3. Okay, it's taking us all the way around. And I'm just going to turn the time back a little bit, just so we can hopefully see the folks on approach a bit better. Yeah, we've still got the gear. There's, I think I just saw Zato. There he is. Oh my god.
Cafe 891, turn right heading 360.
Just going to flash my lights so that the folks in the apartments take their washing off the line quickly. Yeah, it needs more speed, doesn't it, Ricardo, on the approach really for that, because it just felt like it was very, what's the word? Very slow to respond. Look at that. It's just so tight. I can't believe they did this in real life for years. This is insane. There's the touchdown zone on the left there.
Osprey 2472,
My
descend to
days.
8,000 feet.
8,000.
I think I needed another 5 knots probably, Ricardo, didn't I?
Gas station 819, Glasgow, flight level 3X.
Cafe 819, Hawker radar, squawk 5240.
Bosh!
5240, Cafe 819.
We're at Charlie 1. I almost overshot there.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, speed 180 knots or greater until established.
Speed 180 knots or greater until established. Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Power!
Cafe 891, reduce speed 180 knots.
180 knots for Cafe 819.
Negative. Be advised, similar call center frequency, Cafe 8901 and Cafe 819.
I'll keep that in mind, Cafe 811.
Charlie 1, I think this is.
Cafe 819er identified, cleared Abbey 2 Bravo arrival, landing 25 right.
In a helicopter, a shadow box.
Bravo arrival, landing
That's the safest way to do this approach. In a helicopter.
Osprey 618 for vacated at Alpha 10.
Osprey 618
Isn't it the MD-11?
contact taxi via Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Delta 3, stand 7.
Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Delta 3, and stand 7, Osprey 6184.
Feds, thanks for subscribing, welcome. It's Charlie 2 going left, so we're going to keep going here, break off this left, continuing up here goes to maintenance on hotel.
And unable to recover.
Wow,
Cafe 891 Sega.
somebody's going to crash.
Cafe 8901, we're entering falling speed. We've got the autopilot connected.
Cafe 891, do you need assistance for recovery?
Negative, Cafe 8901, we can manually fly this into the airport.
Cafe 891, roger, turn right heading 050.
Sounds like a mayday.
Right, 050, and looks like the autopilot's back after increasing speed to back to 10 knots.
Maybe, you know what, actually, we should have, because Kaitacs recognise our new sky, perhaps we should have a Kaitak,
2472, turn left heading 290.
like a tour achievement thing.
Left 290, stretching for 72.
Yeah, what is my autopilot doing? Yeah. R.I.P. Cafe 8901. Love it. Yeah, if in doubt, just disconnect the autopilot and hand fly it. And don't connect it again unless you're confident it's going to work.
Lufthansa Cargo 4 Vector Bravo, squawk 5250.
Squawk 5250, Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo.
All stations, Hong Kong departure information, November, arrival information, Alpha.
I'm not looking forward to my landing ratings, Arto. Where's stand 6?
Cafe 8901.
Oh, there it is.
Speed 160 knots.
160 knots, Cafe 891.
Look at that nose wheel turning.
Fully established, Osprey, pick up Mike on the IGS, descend to 6,000 feet.
Blocked.
Osprey 2472, proceed direct Golf, descend to 6,000 feet.
Direct Golf, south, suspect
Where's my...
Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, cleared Sierra 6 Bravo arrival, landing 25
Just
right,
self-parking.
descend via stars to flight level 110, correction 150.
Clear Sierra 6 Bravo for runway 25 5 and start descend level 150. Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor
Well, I thought I turned that off.
Osprey 6 Alpha Mike, wind 2037 knots, runway 13, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 13, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike.
Cafe 891 is able to reduce final approach speed now. Checkerboard should be at your 12 o'clock, 13 miles, report in sight.
That looks good.
Got descend to 8526.
APU's available.
Standby.
APU air. Almost forgot that, didn't I?
Cafe 891, reduce final approach speed now. Checkerboard is at your 12 o'clock, 12 miles, report in sight.
Reducing speed 140 knots, Cafe 891 and 4,500 feet, a little visual on the...
Yeah, probably a horrendous amount, AJ Finardi,
Cafe
alright?
891 descend to 2,000 feet.
There we are. Oh, there's my person waving me in.
Osprey 2472 from Golf, cleared IGS approach runway 13.
From Golf, cleared the IGS
Kaitak is a magic place.
Cafe 526.
What good is that there?
Flight level 130.
Let's watch some spicy landings.
Descend via star to flight level 130, Cafe 526.
You reckon we can make it up to the checkerboard? Where is it?
Cafe 891 also be advised traffic at your 11 o'clock, 3 miles. It's the company Airbus A300
There it is.
report in sight.
We've got the traffic inside Cafe 891.
We're going to
Cafe
plonk ourselves here.
891, your number 2, follow the Airbus A300.
Number 2 for arrival following the...
How's this, folks?
To 11 o'clock, Cafe 891.
Let's bring that time back a tad again. Whoa. That's the lowest score I've ever had. Off-center line takeoff. Altimeter incorrect. So this is the altimeter thing, right? That TFDi designs need to fix. Altimeter incorrect on takeoff. No, it wasn't. But they haven't fixed that. So that's penalised as the whole 0.5 points. Unstable approach. Bank angle above 20. Can't really solve that. At Kaitak. Again, 0.58 drop there. Off-center line landing. Fair enough. Short landing. 1.16. Wow. And bad touchdown. Taken 15,000 off me there, my goodness. And then again, altimeter incorrect, another 0.5 points. I can't solve that. So that's a whole 1 point loss. 4.48 and a loss of 7,000.
Cafe 819, when ready, descend to reach flight level 260 by NPET.
Well, I did, Ricardo, but I figured it just next time it wouldn't be any better either. Here comes the next victim. Oh, there's the next victim.
Cafe 891, clear visual approach runway 13.
He looks high, the cafe. Yeah, we'll leave the MD-11 here for maintenance, I think. A300. Well, that cafe is bloody close. Big thanks to our air traffic controller for today. Sorry for all of the issues and the mistakes we've all been making. Oh, nailed it, whoever that is. Made me look like an absolute amateur. On the touchdown zone as well. Chuffing it. Nice work. Mega effort.
Cathay 891, this is my fault, but go around, fly runway heading climb 4,500 feet.
Why?
4,500 feet will go around Cathay 891.
Yeah, textbook approach that by the looks of it for the Osprey there. That's not runway heading. Looks like we've got another victim inbound.
Cathay 548,
Ian.
radar, wind 20 degrees 7 knots, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
His lights on the right hand side. Is this view good, or do you want to go back towards the airfield, folks? Let me know.
136 Alpha Mike, taxi via Bravo 1.
In that cloud is
Charlie
Ian.
1,
Good luck to you,
and
matey.
8.
Sure, you'll be fine. He's in 777, I think.
Charlie 1, Osprey 6 Alpha Mike. Osprey 2472, wind 20 degrees 7 knots, runway 13, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 13, Osprey 2472.
Cathay 891, my apologies, you were on a different approach, so I messed up the sequencing there. Turn right heading 180 degrees, confirm you need the visual step down again.
180 and S1 will need the visual step down again.
Cathay 891, roger. Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, descend to flight level 110.
Descend level 110, Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo.
The suspense is tough, isn't
Cathay
it? Just
448,
waiting.
proceed direct head out.
Please say again, waypoint.
Cathay 448, proceed direct head out. Cathay 891, turn right heading 270.
Right, 270 Cathay 891.
Here it comes in the shadow of a cloud.
All stations, Kitech information, Bravo. Cathay 819, descend via star to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130 via star, Cathay 819.
What I'm going to do, turn follow aircraft off. Once Ian's down, depends on the cafe, but don't forget I've recorded the landing, so we'll replay it and see how horrendous it would have looked from the outside looking in. It's weird that the flats disappear. That's a bit better, is it? That's more impactful. It shows you how low they actually are.
Cathay 448, confirm direct head out.
We are directing to head up right now, Cathay 448.
Thanks. Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1006.
Picking up the lights.
Descend 9,000, QNH 1006, Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo.
Cathay 448, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1006.
6,000 feet, QNH 1006, Cathay 448.
Cathay 891, confirm heading 270.
Oh, he's not turning.
Cathay 891, we're going back on track to 270. Apologies, we've had the autopilot disconnect once again.
He is now.
Roger. Airway 010, monitor
There's the cafe.
Bye-bye.
Ditching Unicom, bye-bye sir, thank you.
Oh, looks good. Mikhail, have a good one, mate.
Cathay 448, speed,
Oh,
say indicated airspeed.
psst,
Currently
awesome.
256 knots, Cathay 448.
Great job.
Cathay 448,
That's so
speed
good.
250 knots or greater.
There's the cafe. The visual step down.
Or greater, Cathay 448.
Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, reduce speed 220 knots.
Reduce speed 220 knots.
While he's getting set up,
4 Victor Bravo.
going too far up the engines.
891, turn left heading 220.
Left 220 Cathay.
So we can get ready for our replay.
And Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, request speed 226 minimum.
Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, minimum clean speed then.
Thank you, minimum clean, Lufthansa 4 Victor Bravo.
Cafe 448, you seem to have stopped on the runway. Do you need assistance?
Negative, Cathay 448.
Cafe 548, for Cafe 548, you have stopped on the runway. Do you need assistance? Cafe 548, roger.
Oh yes. Auxiliary pump.
Cafe 448, descend to 4,500 feet.
Interesting.
4,500 feet, Cathay 448.
It's almost as
Cafe
if
891, turn right heading
you can't do a
310.
turnaround in this MD-11.
Right,
Is that a
310,
fault?
Cafe 891.
Lufthansa Go 66 of Bravo, descend to 6,000 feet.
Brakes, pumps,
Descend 6,000 feet.
auxiliary pump, APU's on and bleed.
Cafe 891, turn right heading all the way around 045.
Right, come again, Cafe 891.
Cafe 891, right heading 045.
Right heading 045.
Lufthansa 4 Victor Bravo, turn left heading
It's
040
got that on
degrees.
manual. Isolation valves.
Left heading 040, Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo.
Cafe 548, thanks. Identified, climb unrestricted to flight
APU,
level 370.
bleed. No, look.
Cafe 548, climb unrestricted to flight level 370. Cafe 891, descend
Ah,
to
good spot.
2,000 feet.
Prime, thank you.
Airport is at your 1 o'clock, 11 miles
Crikey.
before site.
My brain's frazzled.
2,000 feet, we've got the airport inside, Cafe 891.
Cafe 891, thanks. Clear visual, step down, runway 13.
315.
Step down runway 13, Cafe 891.
Cafe 448, resume
Here
on
comes the
navigation
cafe.
direct run to, from run to, descend via RNAV transition.
Indian Stiger using the drone camera, matey.
Resume on navigation to runs and
I've got to fly the MD-11 more.
descend
I'm so rusty
via
in it already and it's been a month.
Cathay 448.
And Cafe 548, resume published speed. Sorry, Cafe 448, resume published speed.
Resume published speed, Cathay 448.
Lufthansa Cargo 6 Victor Bravo, reduce speed now 210 knots.
Reduce speed 210 knots, Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo.
Monitor that.
Cafe 526, descend via stars.
It's quite tough this, because he's flying in there. There's the runway, look. So he's got like a 270 degree sweeping turn to complete here on visual step down. Prime says there's some weird bug we found in this version where for some reason the bleeds won't always work as they should. Yeah, he's got a lot of weird bugs still with it, hasn't it?
Turn left heading
The
340.
The altimeter thing not reading in virtual airline clients is frankly really frustrating, if I'm being really honest. Ian, it looked great from here. It looked really, really good.
Eva 858, confirm your call.
Affirmative, Eva 858,
10.
ready for departure.
Eva 858, wind 200 degrees 7 knots, runway
Minimum
25 left,
15
ready for
run.
takeoff.
And let's watch the cafe. And then we're going to replay our horrendous landing from multiple angles, I think. Good luck to whoever this is.
Landington 2703, Honker radar, squawk 5375.
Seth, well, it was an Osprey A300, so because I've got the A300 installed and the Osprey livery, it's a custom VMR for our virtual airline, which shows the A300
Cafe
basically.
548, proceed direct ocean.
That looks
Cafe 891.
looks like
wind
he's going
200 degrees,
wide.
7 knots, runway 25, correction, runway 13, clear to land.
Please land runway 13, Cafe 891.
I'd be turning now.
Landington 2703,
Yeah,
identified.
that's wide. Going right towards this hill. Because you want to intercept the flashing lights still, the lead-in lights here. You want to be flying over that, so he's way wide. He needs 30 degrees angular bank now, at least. He says, having just smashed it to the ground.
back to you there. You can see a taxi.
Keep it turning, 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 keep it turning.
Over 1 Charlie 1 Delta 3.
Don't forget there's a crosswind,
Very busy, so I just thought I'd keep going.
which is actually drifting us towards my camera here.
The right thing to do. The Santa Call 4 Victor Bravo, resume on navigation direct run to, from run to, descend via RNAV transition.
Looking good.
By the RNAV transition, runway 25 right. So Santa Call 4 Victor Bravo.
Cafe 526 re-cleared, direct head out. Direct head out.
Split notion, good effort.
And Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, resume public speed.
He's down. Good effort, everyone. That looked fantastic. It was great fun. So hard. Just give you an idea of the weather.
858, safe passing altitude.
It's live weather, look. 209 at 9. So we've got a right old crosswind blowing across the airfield. So in the turn, if we were facing the runway here now, the aeroplane's kind of being pushed this way in the turn, which means we need it to be steeper. But yeah, pretty snazzy. Right, let's...
climb unrestricted means you can cancel the speed and altitude restriction.
I just moved my camera too far off the hill.
Cancel speed and added restrictions to flight code 330. It's 8.8. Cafe 526, descent to 4,000.
Right, let's get the replays in from me. Just gonna log off B-Pilot, but I'll stay connected in observer mode so I can still see you folks on the ground effectively, and then we're going to go load Kaitak MD-11 FCR. Jump in. Oh, it's not recognising any of this.
All stations, Hong Kong departure information, Oscar arrival information, Bravo.
Altitude. Altitude.
Lights. Looks good. Okay, this is my replay. We'll see how we fare. We're in observer mode now, so we're still connected to VATSIM, but we're completely invisible. Like shared cockpit mode, effectively. Trying to find where we roughly might be. Laps light signs, that looks
Cafe
good.
3, correction, Cafe 819er,
Just bring it in here. Like that, so we're over the bay. That all looks good. We should be visible now. There we are. So this was my approach. And initially it actually looked okay, didn't it?
Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo from Topin, cleared IELTS approach for runway 25 right.
And it's one of those turns I always remember to be aggressive with.
Lufthansa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo.
We'll get a passenger view as well. Those flats looked like they were horrifyingly close to the landing gear as well, and that was a bit of a distraction. Sean, welcome. Here we go. So there's the turn. Oh, look how great that looks. Sporty. The noise. That crosswind got me a cropper. And look at that rate of descent there, just caught me. So I pitched. Whoa, right on the numbers. Big old sink at the end there. That didn't look pretty, did it? But yeah, it looked alright to get it close.
Cafe
But
526 from TEDAP.
that says
descend via
57,
RNAV transition.
bizarrely, and 0.36. So the average is 1. The average is 5, probably, actually. Let's go to... Should we go to this view? Yes.
Flat over speed.
Shush.
Flat over speed. Over speed.
Oh my goodness, look how low that looks. Imagine doing this in real life. My word.
Santa Clara 4 Victor Bravo, wind 200 degrees 7 knots, runway 25 right clear.
Jesus. There's the turn. Sky attack, baby. Oh my god.
Flat over speed.
Jesus, that's so close.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Doesn't, I mean, it's firm there, but it didn't look too bad there, did it?
20.
Yeah, let's see how close we actually got.
Flat over speed. 200.
What the? Ah, flight control replay uses the same running controls.
2703, expect 7,500 meters at docking. Report ready for the Manhattan 2703, expect 7,500 meters at docking. Report ready for descent.
God, that's so close.
Cafe 819, proceed direct, head out, descend to 4,500.
You know what? That's not really going to work, is it? The drone camera's horrendous.
Alright, see that, 4,500 feet, and QNH 142, Cascade 61.
Cafe 548, proceed direct, NVAR.
I'm going to use the wing camera view thing.
Cafe 548, proceed direct, NVAR.
Oh, it's very slow, isn't it? See how close we are with these wings. See, yeah, I eased off on that initial bit of turn. I doubted myself, didn't I? But actually, we were right on. Oh, look how close that is.
Flat over speed.
Jeez.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
I've got it on the numbers.
Flat over speed.
Wow. Hairy. And we'll gently down on that nose wheel.
Flat over speed. Flat over speed.
Spicy, right?
Cafe 526, from Tokyo.
There we go, folks.
Runway 25 right.
What have we got? That's the drone camera.
Santa Cargo 4 Victor Bravo, taxi left Charlie, contact ground 122.
Massive thank you to all of you for taking part today and flying along wherever you are in the world. I hope you've enjoyed it. Probably got a couple of knickers attached to the landing gear now as well from the washing lines and things. But yeah, Manila to Kai-Tak, very intense in the TFDi Design MD-11, which I haven't flown in over a month now and has proven to have caused quite a bit of rust, which I think that landing has meant that we probably knocked all the rust off and then broke the rest of the aeroplane as well at the same time. But in the meantime, as always, enjoy the rest of the week ahead. If you're in the UK, stay safe in the cities for the next few days. Hopefully things return to a level of calmness, and hit like, hit subscribe before you head off, and join us at some point next week where we'll start to schedule some more live streams. In the meantime, big thank you to our air traffic controllers and all of you folks flying along throughout the day as well into Kayak. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I have. It's been very good fun, so thank you for joining me. In the meantime, as always,
Hong Kong Radar.
hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Take
Great
care.
job. Catch you
Thanks
next
for
time.
watching.
See ya.
Cathay 819 from Jeddah, clear, correction from Jeddah, descend via R9 transition.